kid. The manager of the research facility takes her hostage and holds a gun on her head, telling Yogiri to stay back. Asaka also tells Yogiri to go away and not worry about her. But Yogiri, of course, doesn't let such disrespect slide and telepathically kills the manager in an instant, saving Asaka's life like a hero. He then hugs Asaka, being sure that she is safe now, and tells her that they should go home now that everything is over. Soon in the future, Yogiri grows up to be a fine teenager and gets woken up by his classmate, Danara, who scolds him for dozing off like that. Yogiri asks her if they have already reached their destination, but she doesn't realize that not only have they not reached their destination, but the entire school bus has been attacked by a mysterious monster who has already killed many students inside. Yogiri wonders what is going on, as he is still sleepy, and asks Danara if he is dreaming. Danara confirms that this is a reality and tells Yogiri to do something about it as quickly as possible. He finally gets up, realizing the seriousness of this situation, and looks out to see a giant lizard-shaped monster. To confirm what it actually is, he picks up a mic from below his feet and throws it at the monster, which alarms it so much that it gets sent flying in the sky, revealing itself to be a green-winged wyvern. The wyvern sees that a mere human is responsible for the sudden attack, so it targets Yogiri with its flaming mouth, and as it approaches him in slow motion, Danara loses hope in her life completely and instinctively hugs Yogiri in fear. This interaction triggers some past memories of Yogiri, so he quickly activates his secret superpower that he used against the research facility manager a long time ago. And with a simple word coming from his mouth, he takes down the wyvern, killing it midair. Danara doesn't realize that Yogiri was the one who saved her and becomes completely shocked by the fact that the wyvern was defeated out of nowhere. Yogiri acts as if he had nothing to do with it and brings out his Nintendo to play some games instead. Danara, of course, doesn't get weirded out by the fact that her friend is busy playing games on the same bus where their classmates' dead bodies are rotting and simply asks him if they should get out of the bus. Yogiri tells her to stay where she is, as there is no guarantee that they will be safe if they get out of here. His calm, cool, and collected attitude does impress the cranky girl, but she doesn't like the fact that he is playing games in this dangerous situation. Yogiri realizes that she isn't going to be letting him off, so he shuts off his game and asks her if she is happy now. As she smiles in contentment, Yogiri also smiles back and asks her how and when the wyvern attacked this school bus. Danara starts from the very beginning and shows us the flashback. They are on this bus heading to their field trip destination. But while crossing a tunnel in the night, the bus suddenly arrives at a sunny meadow, as if it has entered a completely different dimension. While everyone is confused as to what is going on, a girl enters the bus, which confuses everyone even more. Before introducing herself to them, the girl named Shin welcomes them to this world and claims to be a sage of this Isekai world. The teacher who shows his disbelief to any of her supposed shenanigans gets turned into a pulp in an instant by her, making everyone realize that she indeed is a sage, and not only that, but is also very dangerous. Rather than giving the students the time to adjust to the situation, Shin tells them to focus all of their attention on her and promises them first that she has no intention of causing harm to them, at least not directly. But at the same time, she warns them that if they anger her, they will face consequences, which would be direct death. She also claims that her attack power is around 500,000 as a joke, and because none of them laugh at her joke, she kills the bus driver for no apparent reason, like a psychopath. She justified her actions, saying that her joke bombed and angered her, and that is why she killed him. After explaining to them again that they are in a parallel Isekai world, she tells them that she has summoned them all here to be sages as well. According to her, this world is ruled by sages, and to choose who amongst them will become one. She installs a system called Battle Song and all of them that didn't work on the sleeping Yogiri, Danara, and a few others. Anyway, because of the Battle Song, a logo image like a system menu appears on the field of vision of the students that shows them all of their stats in this world. According to Shin, the system menu is called Gift in this world and tells everyone that those who didn't receive any gifts were not good fit for it, including Danara. So, Shin suggests that she should turn the unfortunate ones into mere livestock for fun. But for now, she lets the others show their potential first and gives each of them their first mission to defeat a dragon. The class captain named Yazaki, who has always shown leadership, also shows his leadership ability in this case and instructs everyone to take this mission seriously. Otherwise, they will certainly meet the same fate as their teacher and the bus driver. He gathers all of the students' job statuses to compile their different abilities so that they can help each other out. After sorting out everything, Yazaki finds out that only Danara, Shinazaki, Kuryu, and the sleeping Yogiri have any gifts in this Isekai world. So, of course, he abandons all four of them and gets off the bus one after another to take down the dragons themselves. Danora tries waking Yogiri up as everyone is leaving the bus, but it seems that they do not need to do so, as Captain Miyazaki strictly forbids them to get out of the bus as he wants to use all 4 losers as bait to lure the dragon away just in case. So, to make them stay, Miyazaki asserts his power as a general sage and shows his enhanced physical ability by lifting up all of the bus seats and trapping the ungifted ones in a locked space. Then his subordinate uses her charm magic to make the 4 unfortunate ones even more attractive to ensure that the dragon attacks them first. And after that is done, he leaves them inside, thanks them for being the scapegoats for everyone else, and locks them inside the bus to die. Moments later, the dragon appears and instantly kills the 2 others except Danora and Yogiri, which brings us to the present, where Danora is explaining to Yogiri what happened when he was dead asleep. She again scolds him for sleeping like a god when people were dying and asks for his wisdom to know what they should do. Yogiri thinks for a moment and realizes that he won't be able to charge his gaming device in this Isekai world because electricity is not available in any typical Isekai world. However, Danora doesn't think that should be his only concern and asks him how he thinks they are going to make it out alive from here. This time, Yogiri becomes serious, and being certain of the fact that there is only one dragon, he believes that they should be safe outside since the dragon is now dead. They both jump out of the bus through the broken windows and choose one of 3 options. 1. They can go to the hill area. 2. They can look for a city, or the third, which is to enter a forest. Naturally, people should avoid forest areas as monsters normally reside there, so Yogiri considers that out of the question and wonders which path he should pick. While he is busy with his thoughts, Danora looks up in the sky and sees that her 3 classmates, Higashida, Fukuhara, and Hanekawa, are flying towards them. Yogiri doesn't understand what's going on, so he asks Danora for her permission to kill them. But Danora doesn't think it is time to joke around and reminds Yogiri that they are now the enemies of their old classmates. But that makes Yogiri want to kill his classmates even more, as they were originally the ones who left them alone in the bus to die. He also considers the possibility that when they come down here, they will act hostile towards them. But since she is still not giving him permission, he remains neutral for the moment and waits to see what the 3 flying losers are about to do to them. As the 3 losers descend on the land, they are surprised to see that the wyvern is dead and even more surprised to see that Danora and the sleeping dimwit Yogiri are still alive. The fat one named Hanekawa shows his instant regret and reveals their original plan, which was to turn Danora's corpse into a zombie. But because she is still alive, that is no longer an option. On the other hand, Higashida and Fukuhara don't think that they should do something as creepy as turning someone into a zombie. Danora hears everything and whispers to Yogiri that there's no shot for them to become with these 3 weirdos. But it doesn't seem that these 3 newly made sages have come here to become friends as the hero class. Higashida almost blasts Danora with an exploding fireball and accidentally misses his shot. He tells Danora that if she doesn't want to die, she will have to join his team. However, Danora realizes that their intentions aren't good at all, which gets her so creeped out that she starts to gag. Yogiri remains disinterested as ever, and to assert his dominance, he kills Higashida, telling him to die, and with his ability, Death by Command, he simply kills him. After killing Higashida, Yogiri tells the 2 others not to move if they don't want to die. But instinctively, Fukuhara goes to save Higashida, thinking he is still alive, and dies as well for not obeying Yogiri's command. With the fat one being the only one left, Yogiri first explains to him what his ability is so that he can have a better understanding of what he is dealing with. To begin with, Yogiri asks the fat one to check first if the 2 guys are actually dead, and once he hesitantly moves and confirms that they indeed are, Yogiri turns to Danora and reveals to her that he was the one who killed the wyvern as well. Anyway, he calls his ability instant death to any target and explains it by saying that if he simply thinks of eliminating someone, they die instantly. Although this ability seems beyond absurd, that is the case, and Yogiri even adds that if his opponents show their intent to kill him, he will understand that and can kill them for that as well. So, Fatty Hanekawa finally gives up and accepts his defeat. Yogiri doesn't understand why the 3 of them were so full of themselves just after receiving their gifts, and asks Hanekawa specifically if there's something that they are hiding from him. Hanekawa reveals that this is not the first time they have come to this Isekai world and have actually traversed in this world for a year, and after they defeated the Demon Lord, they were sent back to their original world. When they returned, only a few hours had passed in the real world, so they were not suspected of anything. Hearing all of this, Yogiri realizes that leaving this trash of a person alive would be a big mistake. But Hanekawa promises to be a good boy from now on and even agrees to become Yogiri's servant by putting an ultra-rare magic item that forces one to become a servant of the owner. Danora tries it on Hanekawa, and after torturing him for a while, she realizes that it might be worth letting him live. So, Yogiri decides to spare him as well and asks him to stand near the fosse that is crawling with monsters. He also orders him to leave all of his treasures here and makes him promise that he won't tell anyone else about him or Danora. Because of the slave belt, Hanekawa gets forced to do as commanded, and as he leaves, Yogiri tells Danora that from now on it will be his responsibility to protect her since she has no abilities. She asks him why he would go to such lengths to save her, and in response to her question, Yogiri simply tells her that it was because her melons felt soft when she hugged him earlier. Well, that is the end of this video. If you liked this one, let me know in the comments. Please kindly